One of the interesting and unusual challenges of the Philadelphia Zoo is that a significant component of our audience base is young children.
Kids have a lot of imagination, so they know what's fun or what's not.
I really like to go to the reptile house.
I especially like to look at the naked mole rats.
We think the children's zoo component of the master plan must come first because children come first.
And in children's zoos, there's usually a lot of interaction.
It would be like a petting zoo, so you could with all these farm animals, so you could go in and pet them.
And indoor stuff for when it rains.
I would like ants. Ants are cool.
I think there should only be one rat.
And kind of an animal simulator.
Taking their ideas and beginning to put them together with some of the best design consultants in the world. When you put those two together is when I think you can really create something that's world-class.
This is a rainbow house, and here's a tree house over here.
Amazing insects, gallery of groundhogs, a petting zoo.
One right here, and then one right there. No, wait.
There'd be a big Velcro wall, kind of on a slant.
One right there.
And there would be special gloves and things that you would attach onto your shoes.
And that's what we've been looking for. We've been looking for those moments of discovery, those moments of joy where you go, that is going to really hit the mark. That's really going to create an opportunity for people to learn, and learn in a joyful way. Our master plan really envisions a very unusual and a very different way in which people will experience the zoo going forward. One that we think will make it the very best in the world.
What we wanted to do is to bring the site right into the middle of the zoo because the Hamilton Family Children's Zoo and Education Center are such a core part of the mission of this institution.
We're here at the entrance to the Hamilton Family Children's Zoo and Education Center. An iconic feature crossing right over the entrance is a goat bridge.
You could still see through it, but the goats wouldn't fall off.
So goats will be moving from their yard here all the way down to the south end of the site.
We created a vision that connects the zoo with a set of raceways and pathways.
We're going to have animals that are moving around all day long and doing incredible things every time that they move, which I think is going to change the way that we interact with the animals and know them.
So connecting pieces of habitat throughout our campus.
Nobody has ever tried that campus-wide.
Also incorporated into the Children's Zoo is going to be a raceway for animals that don't normally live at the Children's Zoo. So we are connecting the Near Animal Conservation Center with Pico Primate Reserve on the other side of the Children's Zoo through an arboreal raceway that travels parallel and even goes into the Children's Zoo at certain points. You'll look up in the trees and there's a monkey.
The little monkeys can look down at you and maybe imitate you.
Through a very light, almost transparent mesh that is visible both for the animals looking out as well as those of us looking in.
Lots of tiny little monkeys.
They could climb up, twist around and climb down.
You could look up and see them
running around and around.
The goats are also going to have access to a goat tower. Goats are great climbers. They love to climb. The kids will have their own climbing tower. So you've got this opportunity for parallel play. You've got the goat kids on one side, human kids on the other.
There could be playing, and then the other side they could rest and eat.
And in some cases, goat kids and human kids nose to nose.
It becomes a way in which children and families and the next generation will be able to connect with these wild animals in a way that's very different than seeing them passively. Because we believed at the end that if it was exciting for the animals, it was going to be extraordinary for the guests.
One of the zoo's primary reasons for existence is to save species from extinction.
It's really important for endangered animals to be at the zoo because they're endangered for a reason, and in the zoo they're protected.
It's really the 5-year-olds of today who are going to be determining the future of the planet.
It's like riding a bike, I guess, You learn to ride a bike at a young age, you can always ride a bike. Teach a kid about animals and how you take care of animals at a young age, and that should carry with them through the rest of their lives.
So we have formal education programs with the school kids that visit here. We have informal education programs where we think that every one of our 1.2 million visitors has an opportunity to learn.
and give them opportunities to know that they can get involved, that they are part of the conservation effort.
The entire site will be educating and inspiring and engaging, but we do have 2 spaces set aside that are more for small group work. One focused on school groups, the other focused more for small family workshops.
The zoo is a living lab to reconnect people with animals and wildlife in a way that they've never been able to see before.
And through fun kinetic sculptures and other devices, make those connections, empower kids as the future stewards of our planet.
There's no better way to learn than hands-on, and it's just a great environment.
I think that's really a very enriching and worthwhile experience for the children.
When you see animals face to face, whisker to whisker, eyeball to eyeball, that's when I think the learning is the deepest.
We really feel that the animals that are here are the ambassadors for their species, and if we can get children and our adults too to fall in love with the species, that they will certainly want to protect them.
We have a very sacred trust in terms of how and in what way not only do we present that opportunity for people to relate to the planet, but also how they relate to one another and the members of their family.
When I drive by and I see all the school buses coming in, it's really heartwarming to see these little toddlers coming in and knowing that they're going to have something they're going to remember for a really long time.
Everyone is equal at the zoo, and everyone is on the same plane at the zoo.
It's just a happy place that my kids have always had a great experience.
This is going to be a world-class exhibit.
I'm very excited that the Hamilton Family Children's Zoo and the new transformation plan and the new master plan will allow us to create what is a truly world-class, exciting, and innovative experience for children and family in this region. All of that has been made possible by the support that we've received over the years from the community, from our visitors, and from our very generous donors who have made that possible, and for which I am truly grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.